Ready? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Elizabethtown City Council regular meeting for September 16th, 2019. And I would start off by asking Council Lady Cindy Walker to lead us in the invocation, please.
Shall we pray? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this spectacular day. We thank you for the blessings that you bestowed upon the city. We thank you for our wonderful employees who work so diligently to make the community which it is. We thank you for the men and women of the armed forces. We pray that you will be with them, keep them safe, and bring them home to their families. We thank you for the blessing of our mayor and this council. We ask that you'll continue to lead, guide, and direct us. And we pray that the decisions that we make on behalf of the city is not only pleasing to our community, but to you as well. We ask that you be with those who are sick and ill. Please bring them peace and comfort. Thank you again for our blessings. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. If you would join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so we'll start with approval of minutes from September 3rd, 2019. I need a motion and a second, please. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? And we'll start off with a presentation from Ms. Jana Clark, Elizabethtown Tourism and Convention Bureau on quarterly update.
Thanks, Mayor. My commissioner, Heidi Patterson, had a work emergency come up, so don't tell her that I'm secretly okay with that because I like being here to be able to. We have started a new process for our updates where I'm here more often at work sessions and at monthly meetings, and then it's as a rule of updating for you all in a general basis to have one of our commissioners come quarterly. So moving forward sometime this winter, I think we have those dates planned out ahead of time for the next year. We'll have someone from the commission here to give you this update. We wanted to share with you what's been going on this summer. It's been quite busy for us. The visitors center meeting rooms were used for 33 days during July and August with nearly 1,300 attendees. We welcomed 1,094 visiting families or groups that stopped into the Tourism Bureau to ask for information or for directions for our area, and this included visitors from 8 different countries. We track all of that. We track all of our phone calls, we track everyone that walks in the door, all of our meeting attendees, so we always have these statistics handy. We completed what we would call kind of our first phase of updates in and around the building, helping with some overgrown tree clearing, some internal paint for the lobby that now coordinates with our new mural, and for our administrative office area. We'll continue to do that, moving on to our meeting rooms and some more outside updates throughout the fall. This was planned for in this year's budget cycle. We also partnered with Radcliffe Fort Knox Tourist Commission for the Hardin County booth at the State Fair. I worked the State Fair for the first time this year, and I can tell you that Hardin County is very popular at the Pride of the County's booth because Ms. Kelly Barron puts together the largest basket that anyone gives away, and it is definitely a hot commodity. We gave away fans, and apparently the one day that we were giving away fans was the only cool day that was at the fair. A lot of people took them because, of course, they're probably still using them now. We have also recently secured and funded several sponsorships and monetary grants. These partnerships allow tourism to invest in activities that enhance our life in E-Town, not only for our local folks, but also to draw visitors into the area. And I just wanted to highlight some of the organizations that we've been able to fund with our grants recently. And there will be more coming up, of course. The City Events Program, which includes all the festivals, concerts, and events and parades that the city produces, Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, the Hardin County Fair, and the Confederate Railroad Concert this summer, the Kentucky Christian Writers Conference, the Kentucky Craft Beer Festival, Hardin County Performing Arts Center, then of course, just this past weekend for Rocktoberfest. Another one, plug this weekend, Lawnfest. SFM has fully transitioned into management at the sports park. This happened in July. They've mainly focused on completing the summer tournament calendar and planning for new upcoming events. Several of these new events include Adult Wiffle Ball League that will be happening this fall, a new 3v3 soccer event, along with a fall festival for the community, and an ADA field day. The park did launch a new website where all of these activities are featured. I will tell you that we, tourism, are super appreciative of the city staff, sports park staff, that have just gone overboard to make them feel welcome, to answer their questions, to transition them. And I will tell you, we joke that there are going to be questions going back and forth for the next year, but I truly believe we will have a back and forth constantly. And it's really nice to feel like we continue to be partners in the sports park in that regard. Another highlight of the summer was the release of our economic impact tourism figures. So we wait on the State Department of Tourism to give us these figures every year. They switched statistics companies this year, so we waited and we waited. And when we finally got them, the payoff was tremendous. We knew we were up because we track our local numbers and we track our taxes, but we were very excited to see that, that Hardin County continues to increase in tourism-related jobs, visitors, and an impressive 4.1 increase over visitor spending. What is significant about that is compared to some growth in other counties. Some, of course, don't always experience growth every year. We continue to drive business, not only for our residents, but for tourism. And then finally, I and tourism are pleased to be working with Green Space and the collective work of so many of their dedicated enthusiasts to complete and successfully achieve the designation as an E-Town Trail Town, as a Kentucky Trail Town. We look forward to celebrating that with the announcement on October 1st, which I know you all will hear much more about that. But then the work begins for tourism, because then we work with Kentucky State Tourism, we work with their website, we start promoting us as a trail town, and all of that involves. And we look forward to focusing our tourism efforts to basically to benefit from all the hard work that Green Space and their volunteers have put together for us. So we say it all the time, but the strength of our partnership truly makes us both successful, and we're very appreciative of that. I'm happy to answer any questions you have or that you would have had of Heidi that I would have answered for Heidi if she was here.
I would have asked Heidi.
So go ahead.
If the state said we had a 4.1% increase, what was that in dollars? Or what was the total dollar impact?
So we created an info, yes, but I don't have it with me. We created an infograph that we shared with media. That's the one that was put in the newspaper. And we can redistribute that to you all, so you can put some dollars to it. The dollars are so huge to me, it doesn't mean much to me. And I'll be honest with you, when I read 238 billion, whatever, it's hard for me. But when I know that we did better than we did last year, and last year we did a little bit better than we did the year before, then that's more significant to me. But I'll be more than happy to redistribute that out. And I can just shoot that out via email or text to you all later, so you can have a dollar figure for that. I don't remember. A lot.
I don't either. I remember.
Heidi would have said, Janet knows.
Anybody else? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Okay, so we'll move to second reading of ordinance number 18, 2019, which is proposing the right-of-way to Wedgewood Drive. Dee, if you would read that, please.
Yes, sir, and this being a second reading, in summary, this ordinance will close Wedgewood Drive, which is a dedicated public right-of-way. However, it is an unimproved street that is between 338 Briarwood Circle and 364 Briarwood Circle within the city. The adjoining property owners are Gary and Susie Inman, Wolf Investments, Christopher G. and Danielle Knight, and Gary and Janie Grosso. And this was first read on September the 3rd, 2019.
Very good. Do we have any discussion on that? Okay, then I need a motion and a second to adopt.
Motion?
Second.
Roll call vote, starting with Councilmember Bishop.
Yes.
Councilmember Deneen. Yes. Councilmember Fulkerson.
Yes.
Councilmember Shipp.
Yes.
Councilmember Walker.
Yes.
And Councilmember Willoughby. Yes. Okay, that'll take us to ordinance number 19, 2019, setting 2019 tax rate for real and personal property. Dee, if you would, please.
Yes, sir, and this, again, in summary, is the ordinance that will set the ad valorem tax of 11.6 cents on each $100 of assessed value of all real estate and tangible personal property. This was read the first time on September the 3rd, 2019.
And do we have any discussion on that?
Motion to adopt. Second.
Another roll call vote, Councilmember Bishop.
Yep.
Councilmember Deneen. Yes. Councilmember Fulker.
Yes.
Councilmember Shipp.
Yes, sir.
Councilmember Walker.
Yes.
Councilmember Willoughby.
Yes.
Motion carries. There's something you want to say after that
Motion carries.
about the taxes?
That's right. Didn't raise it. This group didn't.
Which brings us to ordinance number 20, 2019, setting tax rate for all motor vehicle and watercraft. Mrs. Shaw, if you would please.
Yes, and this is an ad valorem tax of 11.6 cents on each $100 of assessed value of all motor vehicles and watercrafts. This is also levied as of January 1st, 2020, which I should have said on the last one, and was read the first time on September 3rd, 2019.
Motion and second.
Second.
Councilmember Bishop.
Yes.
Councilmember Deneen.
Yes.
Councilmember Fulker.
Absolutely.
Councilmember Shipp.
Yes.
Councilmember Walker.
Yes.
Councilmember Willoughby.
Yes.
Which brings us to number 21, ordinance number 21, 2019, setting franchise tax rate on all eligible bank deposits as defined in KRS Chapter 136. Mrs. Shaw.
Yes, and this ordinance will set a franchise tax at the rate of 0.025% on all eligible deposits as defined in KRS Chapter 136 and maintained by such financial institutions. This also was read the first time on September 3rd, 2019.
Any discussion?
Isn't it great to live and do business in Eagle?
Need a motion and second to adopt, please?
Second.
Councilmember Bishop.
Yes.
Councilmember Deneen.
Yes.
Councilmember Fulker.
Yes.
Councilmember Shipp.
Yes.
Councilmember Walker.
Yes.
Councilmember Willoughby.
Yes.
Which brings us to municipal order number 50, 2019, which is the appointment of Jerry Caulfield to the Code Enforcement Board. Mrs. Shaw.
At a regular meeting of the City Council of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, held on the dates set out below, a motion to read and adopt the following municipal order was duly made, seconded, and approved. Whereas the mayor of the city, per KRS 65.8811, wishes to appoint Jerry Caulfield to fill an unexpired term to the Code Enforcement Board. This term shall expire July 7th of 2021. Now be it ordered that the mayor of the city and or his designate is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to effect this order. Read, adopted, and approved this the 16th day of September, 2019.
Any discussion? Motion made second. Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Which would bring us to Mr. Mark McKenzie. I think he wants to address the council.
Good to have you here, sir.
Glad to see you, sir. Thank you for having me. I live on 807 Sammy Court and here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. On or before June the 1st, I contacted Ms. Walker and Mr. Willoughby about some concerns that I and some neighbors had in our area. Mr. Willoughby was the unlucky person that contacted me back first. He came, I told him it'd take 20 minutes of his time, June 1st. We were there an hour and 45 minutes looking at things. A lot of the things have been addressed, but there are still issues in our neighborhood that have not been addressed. There's a car lot over there. That's what the neighborhood calls it. And that's just not me. There are other people in the neighborhood that are voicing concerns about this. I just happen to be the spokesman for At a high, he's had 11 cars there parked in his driveway and front yard. Today, there's 8. I'm told by the city that as long as they're licensed, running, yada, yada, it's permissible. But he's added a driveway with papers. Again, the lady next door is going to be selling her house. I would ask each one of you all to drive by there and ask, would you purchase that house with that next door to it? Because she's going to have to take a loss on this because of this. Because I wouldn't buy it. I don't know these people. It's nothing personal. There's storm damage over there that's still not been cleaned up from our last ice storm. Stuff growed up this tall around the 12 to 14 foot long stumps that's been left there. From the brown fence to the road there on Gates Road. He's mowed it once after the city contacted him. Since then, nothing has been done. And I've got pictures that shows that just as pristine from one end of that fence to the other. And there's another house for sale either end when you come in. If that's what you have to pass through every day, I don't see how a person can sell a house in there. And I would like for all of y'all to go through there and look and see. And if I'm fussing or if we are fussing about something, that just tell us, just tell us, Mary, you used to live over there. You know what it looked like. You drive by through there and see if it has not went down. There's 2 pools over there that are not being used that collect water. With the mosquito incidents we have, West Nile virus and all this stuff, when we do, back in the rainy season, you can go outside without being ate up by mosquitoes. And there's an old pond back there that I believe it's on the college property, that is a mosquito breeding ground. That, again, that has not been addressed in the previous things, but that's just another, that's another concern. There's a gentleman that was allowed to change a garage into a barn. No permit was issued. I've been told by the city they have no records of it. They don't have any photos to go back. I went to PPA and found photos of before and after. I don't understand why you can add to, and this barn would look great in the country. It just doesn't fit the residential neighborhood. But again, I would ask each one of y'all to go by there, and if our concerns are unfounded, please let us know.
And Mr. McKenzie will do that. Do you have a list of all that written down, I suppose? It's got your contact info, or we can get somebody out there and see it?
Mr. Willoughby has my contact info.
Okay.
I've got a partial list here. I spoke with him today because I was kind of aggravated last night and sent him a very lengthy text.
Okay.
But I would ask for each one of you all to go by there, and if I can get on the agenda for an upcoming meeting, I would be glad to get the people that can come, that's not working or are able to. A lot of people are elderly.
What's the address of residence?
Which one?
You're at 807, right?
Yes, sir, I'm at 807.
What's the address of, I was looking it up on the map here, what's the address of residence where you're playing?
Where the cars are.
547 Gates Road.
547.
Yes, sir. You can't miss it. If you turn off a Hickory onto Gates Road, you'll see it immediately.
Did you put the brick pavers in, because the city said you can't park in your yard?
Well,
If I'm not mistaken.
I was told that you could extend to your existing driveway, and then I went by there one day, those were removed, and he had seeded it and strawed it, but the other, at the other end of his house, those pavers are still there with 2 vehicles parked there. And again, at a high, there was 11 vehicles and 1 even parked in the backyard.
Does he sell them, or do you know? You don't know?
Ma'am, I've never met the man, don't know his name. We never see anybody there, even the lady adjacent to him. She's on occasion, she may see somebody there, but on a daily basis, no, ma'am.
Mr. McKenzie, none of the neighbors have talked to him and asked him about any of that situation, why there's cars and all that?
They can't catch him there, sir. And again, the elderly woman is not going to approach somebody like that in that instance. The gentleman up from there, he says he can't ever find anybody home.
Give us a couple of days, and let's check on it. We'll have somebody make contact with you, or I'll make contact with you, and we'll get on
Okay, I appreciate it very much. Thank you
it.
for your
I appreciate
time.
you coming in and telling us.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, city council information items. Anybody have anything special? Sarah, you want to talk about the Wine Festival real quick?
Wine Festival this Saturday, VIP tickets, we still have a few left, that are $55 right now. General admission are $45. Still need some grape stompers. Nobody contacted me over the last week to tell me they were gonna be participating, so
My email must not have gone through.
Yeah, still waiting on that email, huh? But come on out, it's gonna be a great night. It's a beautiful setting. We're gonna have some great food out there, great music. And 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock VIP, general admission is 5 to 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? Okay, with that, we're gonna go close the meeting pursuant to KRS 61.810 subsection 1 to conduct deliberation on future acquisition or sale of real property by the city, to discuss the general nature of existing and possible litigation by the city.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you all.